What appeared to be an incredible season in the making for Miami has slowly disappeared over the course of the past few games. We opened the season on a long winning streak behind a great defense and a new starting quarterback in David Kinoy. But after the loss to Clemson, things have really fallen apart, especially on the offensive side. Kinoy had become the unquestioned starter after some brilliant moments early this season, but now I have nothing but questions as we look ahead to next year already. It does not appear we're going to be in a conference championship game or a playoff game this season, so today we're likely going to finish the year after we round out the regular season against Liberty and see where the postseason takes us. I'm expecting a decent bowl game, nothing special, and if that's the case, we're getting through everything here today. I'm already thinking about things I want to do in the next season in Miami, but this is not appearing to have the end that I was looking for. Our final game is a non-conference contest against the Liberty Flames. I'd like to see us at least look strong to finish the year, and we can still end the year with 10 victories, which would be a nice milestone to have that in back-to-back seasons. And we'll open with an offense that hasn't looked great in many games now. David Kinoy is going to fake on first down and then dish it underneath to Chris Johnson. Looking ahead to next year, the quarterback situation is already really messy, but we have some fun options as Kinoy takes a bad sack at the 29. We've seen Kinoy hold on to the football for a long time. You'd like to see him try to hit one of those slants on the opposite side, at least give someone a chance. Third down and 18. Kinoy will have it knocked away, but at least tried to get it to the outside. At this point, I want to see Colin Kunalik be redshirted to see if he can develop well going into next year. But we're also going to have the top quarterback prospect thrown into this competition. And he could have the edge if we end the year with more losses. That's a 14-yard run for Caden Williams as the Flames would love to pull off an upset. And they're going to look to get their quarterback on the outside, and he picks up 6. This time we are in the backfield. Jaden Bradford is taken down. And now we put the Flames into a passing situation where we send 4, they counter with the screen, and there will be no first down. Chris Johnson on the run, taken down quickly. When I look ahead to the offense going forward, I think as we look at the way the quarterback AI has played out and the way it's been now for a few years, I am really ready to lean into this being a run-heavy offense. I think we've got to be throwing the ball, 20 to 25 times, but especially first down, second and medium, these need to be running downs for us. And what's going to be more challenging is we're probably not going to have the same caliber of running back next season unless we have guys take a big leap, but Chris Johnson now is a senior. And we have recruited some good running backs, but will they be good enough to lead the way for a team that wants to run it 35 times a game? Will that work? I think we have an offensive line that's going to be able to support that type of offense, but that's what I think we have to do. If the quarterbacks are not going to play well enough, we're going to lean on the run and at least try to avoid sacks and interceptions. I think that the way we've recruited, we can continue to play really good defense with how good the front 4 players have developed. And we're going to play a little more old school, maybe some ugly football, maybe a little bit of Pittsburgh Steelers action here on the channel. But that's probably the best way for us to try to get back to the playoff and have success. Until a quarterback can prove that things can be different, next year, it's going to be much more run heavy. Flames moving the football pretty well, by the way. Bradford throwing an interception. Jumped on the play. And the Canes will take over You know, I'm cool with college and the pros having some differences and rules like the 1 foot in bounds and whatnot. But being down just because you fell to the ground without being hit, college football really needs NFL down by contact rules. He should be able to get up there and run for a potential pick six. Like when a quarterback slips in the pocket or whatever and he's just down. This is football, man. You can't be down just because you fell. It's Kenoy going out to Johnson. And we're going to maintain possession. Fake and a throw over the middle. It is caught by Aiden Williams. Thought we could be in for like an 1,100-yard season from him, but the pass game has not been good enough to support that. Flip to Titus. He wants the edge and appears to have enough for a first down. I think when we get to the offseason, we develop Randy Titus as a wide receiver, move him there before training, and I see him continuing to have a very hybrid role. Max Boger is someone I hope takes a very big leap next year and possibly could become our lead running back. And we've been recruiting some good options there as well. But can you get true freshman players there that can make a big impact? That remains to be seen. Johnson slips a tackle, accelerates his way down to the 10-yard line. We are still without JoJo Trader, remember, so Titus is more of a full-time receiver at the moment, and that is Max Boger with an easy touchdown run. Canes take the lead. The playbook changes I made last episode obviously didn't help things. I didn't overhaul the playbook. It was more like 4 passes I thought would be really good were put into like the first down playbook and the second and medium, and they just didn't get run the way I thought. So I've replaced a lot of that with some different plays that can attack the outside a bit better. I feel that too much of the passing game is trying to attack over the middle, and a little bit of it is trying to play to the strengths of our players, but also just the way quarterback AI functions and trying to see, all right, what are common mistakes that they fall into? And I think throwing over the middle is a big problem, so I'd like to open up some outside throws. That's one heck of a pocket. 3rd down and 8. There's pressure. Kenoy is intercepted. Tried to flip it down to Johnson, and it's undercut. End of the first half. Liberty is driving, and they do tie the game. One thing, too, I pointed out last episode, we're not doing that well when we're watching the offense, but it's also not simulating well. So we're just a bad offense at the moment. And we just punted out of the end zone for 26 yards. Ricky Thomas is a really young punter, and I think that's shown this year, especially on simulated punts, but also some that have just gone to the sideline for minimal yardage. Nice pickup here past Tony Rizzo on the play, number 17. So I think that's one thing that's also like been a small hindrance to the team. Our special teams is worse. That looks like a touchdown to me. Liberty inside the 1. Running it in for a touchdown. Get up there. Flames in front. Trailing in the second half. At the 34, it's a run for Chris Johnson. He gets a lane. And now he sprints up the numbers. And he will go 66 to the house. We have some good running backs developing on this team, but we need to find someone who has that home run hitting ability of Chris Johnson. Canes ball after a failed Liberty possession. Oh, we went for it on a 4th down and convert, and the Canes will get a Chris Johnson score to take the lead. Whoa. Liberty responds with a 57-yard touchdown run for the quarterback. 21 all. From being the #1 team in the country to now playing a tight game with Liberty in the final week of the season. 169 on the ground for Chris Johnson, but now 3rd and 8. Kenoy looking to make a play. He'll do it with his legs. First down. Here's Kenoy on 2nd down. It's undercut. And he's going to go inside the 20. And we will not catch him. Touchdown, Liberty. And he's going to hit the gritty as the Flames go up a touchdown. Not the way I saw this playing out with David Kenoy, who looked so strong early in the season. And Kenoy will throw one accurately to Aiden Williams. That's one of the new plays I added in there. You can see that motion from Randy Titus. Pass caught, and Williams now 6 catches on the day. 2nd and 10. Kenoy on the outside. Incomplete for Emmanuel Harris, who's also gone pretty quiet for a guy who was having a huge true freshman breakout. On the screen, Johnson. Good tackle by Milton Ferguson. Now we're punting. Play action, and way too much time for Jaden Bradford. With a field goal, Liberty can pretty much put this game away. That's going to be trouble in the backfield as Carmichael eventually breaks through. Better protection, airing out, it's caught at the Canes 44. Liberty wants this more than we do. 3rd down, Liberty not quite in field goal range yet. Canes need this, and they will get the stop. That punt doesn't look that great, and out of bounds at the 25. So here's David Kenoy. We need a drive here. Spreads the defense out. And we'll start on 1st down by taking a sack. So now we have to go 84 yards. That's all. We'll get a chunk of it back there. Larry Slaughter. 3rd and 3. It's caught on the run by Randy Titus. Kenoy pressure. This time they get to him. 4 sacks for the Flames. Kenoy, 3rd and 17. Oh my goodness. At first I thought it was one of our players because there was no one near him. That's how it's going to end? Wants Larry Slaughter here. I've thrown this interception a few times before. Got to drop that off to Harris instead. Liberty was the better team, and they earned this win and hand us our 4th loss of the season. If there was a shred of playoff hope prior to the game, it's gone now. 94.1? He thinks he's Jared Goff. 3 picks for Kenoy in what was just a terrible game. And meanwhile, Liberty was picking us apart outside of 1 throw. Great game for Chris Johnson, wasted. We had a kicker, Dylan Chosen. Oh, we lost Khalil Pollard. That one is disappointing. He heads to the swamp. We had Joaquin Long, the last prospect I had been trying to get. Basically, we're done recruiting high school recruits this year. We're now going to be just focusing on what we can do in the transfer portal, whatever needs to be done there. I don't think it's going to be much. But we have the 2nd-ranked class in the country right now. 17 players. I don't want a huge class. We have 7 5-stars, which is 3 more than anybody else. And I really hope between Marquez Monty and Ted Good that there's some ability that can help us out right away next year. good is a 5-star running back who can supply some power with 91 speed. Very excited to see if he has a good dev trait to go with these skills and abilities. We're going to finish more middle of the pack this year in the ACC after claiming the title a year ago. Looks like Cal and Georgia Tech are there at the top with Stanford. This was such a great year for someone to break out and take this conference. Virginia Tech ranks number 2, but 2 losses probably late in the year against conference opponents. This is a year that really got away. So we will have another game to play, but just to show how we compare to our conference opponents, very low in terms of total offensive output, passing offenses towards the bottom, and the running game was just middle of the pack, with middle of the pack scoring. 32 touchdowns, that's a little over 2 a game. We had a stellar defense again. Second in the conference in sacks, best in points allowed. Very poor on third down, which happens when you take 1 million sacks in a year. Turnover differential, -6 with 29 giveaways. Things got to change next year, and that begins now. Oh, he left. He left. I was about to fire our offensive coordinator. He beat me to it. I will grab a clip then from earlier in the recording. His skill tree didn't benefit any player ratings. His focuses were a lot to do with like development and recruiting. I want an offensive coordinator with a bit different focus going forward. Jelani Watkins is the Heisman Trophy winner. 27 touchdowns this year for LSU. Continuing a long history of great LSU wide receivers. Marquise Lightfoot, best defensive player, 19 sacks this season. That means he obviously came up short in his Heisman run. I imagine he was still a finalist. The Pop-Tart Bowl. Are you kidding me? We were the number 1 team earlier in the season, trying to go to the playoff, and now they got us in the Pop-Tart Bowl. Come on. I am, however, able to hire a new offensive coordinator. I've never done this before, but here are options. So I'd really like to get some of the tactician tree with our new coach. I can't click into abilities here, so I'll have to instead just look at Boogie Turner's talent tree. No, I said Boogie Turner. So I think Tactician would help out the most, trying to get some boost to our running game, the offensive line, and possibly quarterback. So whoever has the best development here in Tactician, I think is going to be the best option. But does a D- prestige possibly hurt us in recruiting? I don't know if it does. The Tactician tree, though, has the most development out of any of our options, and we still get a lot of motivator. But if I go to Shakir Inkra, he's got a little bit of the Tactician motivator and still has some recruiting. Actually, further along in recruiting. So do I want the well-rounded coaching with a C prestige or a bit further along in Tactician with less recruiting and D- prestige? I think I'm going to offer to Inkra. So that offer is now pending. Meanwhile, we got the Pop-Tart Bowl against Cincinnati. And they'll try to be the latest team to pull off a win against the Canes. Looks like they've got a solid quarterback in Brady Drogish. Pretty good offensive line to try to slow down the strength of our team. So who's hungry for breakfast? Miami and Cincinnati will play in Orlando. And we're right on the Pop-Tart logo to start the game. 1st and 10 Canes. Kenoy blitzed and counters it perfectly to Stan Perkins. By the way, do we get JoJo back for this finale? I'll have to check. The give goes to Johnson. Up to the 33. Nope. He cannot play today. I don't know if a later bowl game would have worked for us, or is it all played in the same week? I can't imagine. The Pop-Tart Bowl is a January 1st bowl game. This is definitely like December 26th at like 2 o'clock. Aiden Williams first down. If we had made a better bowl game, not that there isn't a lot of prestige around the Pop-Tart Bowl, could he have played? In motion is Chris Johnson, 3rd and 9. Looking for blocking. Heads outside. First down. 4-man rush. And a deep shot from Kenoy. Knocked away. 3rd and 9. And down goes Kenoy. Flipped forward. Bearcats will get to the edge. Oh, what a run. Accelerating Vontario Smith. 2nd down and 8. And the pass hauled in. Right in front of Cam Pruitt. 2nd down and 18. Down he goes. Big loss. It's 3rd and 26. Incomplete. 4-man rush, and that goes to Aiden Williams. 3rd and short, and Chris Johnson weaving his way through. Man, it's going to be the final game for Chris Johnson and probably a lot of the best players we've had for a while. Unfortunate way for the time to end. That's going to be Williams underneath. Also his final game, I believe. Spreading out the defense on 2nd down. Johnson receives the flip. Outside and turns it up inside the 5-yard line. In 2023, the mascot, a giant dancing strawberry Pop-Tart, why isn't that in the game, went viral on social media after he descended into a massive toaster. And Johnson did not get in. We're kicking? Anyway, that massive dancing strawberry Pop-Tart descended into a massive toaster and was eaten by the winning team, Kansas State, spurring countless memes. Straight from the Pop-Tart Wikipedia. Screen. What was that? Dude, this is Pop-Tart Bowl football at its best right here. What is going on? David Kenoy just... Well, you know what, Larry? You do have to put your hands up to catch the ball. This is a very disinterested team right now. They don't care about this. 2nd down and 10. That is a loss. 3rd down and 14 outside of field goal range. If that was an attempt to evade the rush, it wasn't a very good one. Cincinnati can't go anywhere. How about we spice things up a little bit? We're going to put in Sergio Keenan. We have 3 points. Keenan enters the game wearing number 0. He can run, as you can notice on the gain of 6. Keenan, complete. Chris Johnson. 46 seconds to go, and it's hauled in as we get off to a nice start on this drive. We have seen Sergio Keenan play before, but not really extensively. He has great speed. He's had a couple moments, but they feel like they're years ago. Keenan has Johnson. That ball's got some zip behind it. They bring the pressure. Keenan stands in and fires a touchdown! Pop-Tart Titus! And Miami extends their lead. He toasted him on that touchdown. That might be our best passing play in like 6 weeks. And it's a classic play we've all become familiar with. A good cover 3 beater, too. 4 verticals. And Keenan throws a perfect strike. 10-0 Miami. Dominant defense so far, and a little excitement from Sergio Keenan. 3 yards, CJ. Chris Johnson Jr. to the outside. Watch out! He's going to go all the way. 10-5, touchdown. And the Miami offense finally has some juice again. Cincinnati with their best chance to get points on the day. We are backed up at our 2-yard line. And Sergio Keenan from the end zone completes, and that's Emmanuel Harris. And a big pickup. He's still going to the 29. Should we have gotten a look at Keenan earlier? Over the middle and complete. I just like that he's a quick decision maker. Keeping Keenan. He's going to fly for first down yardage. Keenan to the outside. He might do it on his next throw, but he has not made a mistake yet. The ball is out on time, accurately. It's just what you want to see. Screen for Johnson. Didn't get a block. Being able to do it consistently, though, is the name of the game. Keenan's going to extend and expose the defense. I'm extremely impressed with what I'm seeing. Pressure picked up, and wide open is Aiden Williams. Has our offensive line actually been pretty good? This is nice. Inside, Chris Johnson. 0 to 60 in an instant. And Johnson runs left, getting the first down. He's not content with that. Touchdown, Canes. What a great end to his career, though. Playing well these last 2 games. Cincinnati has run into a team that is suddenly hungry. Not for breakfast, but to finish the season with some dignity. 2nd and 5, and that is stuffed by Josh Horton. 3rd down. They got a good chip there on Lightfoot, and the pass is broken up by Demario Massey. 3 and out. I suppose there's never going to be a better time to bring this up. I'd say my favorite Pop-Tart flavors, which I haven't really had Pop-Tarts much since I was a lot younger, but I really like the hot fudge sundae flavor, and I like the strawberry. Occasionally, I would have a s'mores one, but I would find that one, I wouldn't want like the second Pop-Tart that bad. One was enough. My go-to, though, is usually strawberry. This game is just an advertisement for a company that ain't paying me. 3rd and 9, sacked. If you're enjoying the video, maybe subscribe. That might be a cool idea. Pass downfield. Bearcats get a big gain. And don't forget to leave a like on the video. If you're still watching the video, you probably like it. 7:48 to go in the ball game. Bearcats trying to break up a shutout. Whatever happened to toaster strudels? I used to have those on the commercials all the time growing up as a kid. Intercepted in the end zone. Isaiah Thomas. Canes football again. Still scoreless for Cincinnati. I'm telling you, they used to have the toaster strudel commercials all the time. Watching like Nickelodeon growing up. I don't know. I don't watch cartoons that often anymore. Chris Johnson's running wild through this defense. Every now and then I like to sit down and watch like 90s commercial compilations, 90s and 2000s. It was a different time, man. Max Boger's going to bounce it, and he's running well. This is cool. 3rd and 6, Sergio Keenan. They blitz him. He throws a pick. Trying to counter the blitz. I don't think that was, the type of interception that bothers me too much. He makes a quick decision, throwing into the blitz, but it's a really good defensive call because that linebacker is going to replace the two that are blitzing and take away the quick answer. Wide open! They got behind Massey. That is a Bearcat touchdown. They will not be shut out. They will now go for 2 to keep it a 2-score game, and that did not work. Taken out by Cam Pruitt. Onside kick try now for Cincinnati. It goes beyond 10, but it's an easy pickup. Chris Johnson, he's still going to the 31. Ending his Canes career in style in the Pop-Tart Bowl. 2 minutes to go in the season. Chris Johnson, wide side, outrunning to the 24. Bearcats choosing not to use their timeouts in a 3-possession game. So we're going to continue running the rock. Chris Johnson for the first. And one kneel down would be able to end it. We'll choose not to do that. I hear the MVP chant. Is that for Johnson? He should be the Pop-Tart Bowl MVP. And that could be the final carry we see of his 30th. 235 yards. And we do end the year with a win. Miami 24, Cincinnati 6 is the final. Sergio Keenan did give us some quality quarterback play and watchable product. The bar has been dropped lately. Chris Johnson was great. All's well that ends well, right? Isn't that what they say in college football? Keenan, 10 of 12, 96 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. On the ground, Chris Johnson, 30 rushes, just letting him have a great finale. He broke 8 tackles in this game, and then was also our leader in receptions. Tony Rizzo had a sack, Lightfoot a half sack in what could be his finale if he declares and goes pro. And that's a trophy we'll be remembering for a long time. It's disappointing this game doesn't have a trophy case like at NCAA 14. I remember reaching the maximum limit in that game because I had like 10 seasons done with the Minnesota Dynasty. I played 14 with Kalispell, and by then it wouldn't let me add trophies anymore without deleting them. That's a big thing missing in this game, among many other more secondary features. But I suppose the more time passes, the more we're going to be missing some of those smaller features in this experience. Miami finishes with a 9-4 record this year. We at least have a bowl victory. It's going to be there forever, the Pop-Tart Bowl title. These are now the final numbers on the season. Sergio Keenan, by the way, we have to at least talk about where he is in his career. He's a sophomore, 3-star. And it's not likely he takes a massive leap in any way. His ratings are not dominant in any way, but he sure looks good out there today. Overall, though, we need better quarterback play in our next season. And we've got to replace Chris Johnson, who ends with 1,207 rushing yards. Caps things off with his strongest season. Unfortunate we couldn't have a more complete year. Max Boger, we hope, takes a big leap. Randy Titus. What are the caps like on Boger again? 4-star, normal dev. And he can get better in a lot of areas. Aiden Williams was our leading receiver. Emmanuel Harris next behind him. But the passing game just wasn't really the story of the season. And then Samson Okunlola gave up a lot of sacks, unfortunately. Defensively, 20 sacks on the year for Marquise Lightfoot. What a brilliant season from him. Demario Massey, a senior, was great. Robert Stafford has made a lot of plays over the past 2 years. Now we'll switch to the career stats. And Chris Johnson graduates with 18 touchdowns, 2,363 yards. Played 4 years in the series, basically from the first episode. JoJo Trader could still end up coming back for a senior season, 1,400 yards in his career. Overall, though, this hasn't been the most experienced offense. We're losing some valuable experience on defense if Lightfoot declares, but the secondary is going to have to be turned over now significantly. But let's take a look now at players we have coming in. Let's take an early look at dev traits. In the lower right-hand corner, you'll see what we are working with, starting with Teddy Shelley, a 4-star tackle with impact dev. Star dev on kicker Dylan Chosen, who will likely succeed Willie Shembo. Joaquin Long, run-stopping safety, has impact. Star on Afia Diawara, a pass protection focused center. That's exciting. Ricky McKinley, impact dev there at corner. 85 acceleration, I'm not sure if that's good. Star on Jason Washington, a 4-star defensive tackle. Then our 5 stars begin with Sinilau Sagapolu with impact dev. Elite on Raheem Lett. So we are possibly losing Marquise Lightfoot. Who's the next star edge rusher? Raheem Lett's a power rusher, not a speed rusher, but has that platinum quick jump that we know Lightfoot has. 83 power moves, elite dev. Very excited about Lett. Enrique Butcher has elite dev, and he is an off-ball linebacker. Speed, cover ability, can run and tackle. Can't wait to see him become a force for this defense. Jalen Creer, another power rusher with elite development. Yeah, these defensive linemen are going to continue being a strength for our team. Alan Luck has impact. Impact on athlete Shakir Skaggs, who will be an offensive lineman most likely. He has abilities there and excellent ratings. Elite on Moses Howe, agile left guard. That's a lot of elite for one class. It is impact on Ted Good, the running back. Impact on Marquez Monty. Impact for receiver Malcolm Schomer. And last but certainly not least, the number 1 ranked quarterback in the class, Shakir Barmore, star development. Could he possibly start as a true freshman? That will end this season in the Miami Hurricanes dynasty. Thank you all for watching. This season did not go to a place we wanted it to. I do think it was a fun close to the year, at least in the Pop-Tart Bowl. But now we look ahead to hopefully get things back to where they should be with this team next year. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And have a great day, everybody.